Hey guys, welcome back to Fumble the Bag, this podcast where we talk about sports and sports for a long time. I'm here with Arvin, Chris, Jonathan, Josh, Kyle, and Max. We got a big party with us today. We got a lot of sports fans in the house today. Say what up, guys.
What up?
What's
What up?
up?
What up?
What's
What's
going
up, guys?
on?
So, guys, tell me what's been going on in the sports world recently, this past week. What's been going on?
All right, let's talk about tonight. Let's talk about Monday Night Football. All
What
right.
happened? What happened tonight, Max? What happened tonight?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah. So
Tragedy.
Bills absolutely choked a very winnable game.
Oh, really?
I mean, like it came down to basically the flags on the play at the end, like the 12-man and the pass interference play on that last play, and which gave them just a ton of opportunities to just score. They messed up any chance they had to win that game. That's been the case basically since they played Miami in week 4, where they had a great game and then they've been slow to start on offense ever since. And I personally blame the coaching, like the offensive coaching. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I think is wrong. I don't think it's any particular offensive player, but even though tonight, tonight specifically, it was Josh Allen and James Cook just kind of lost that game with all their turnovers.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching that game. Josh Allen he threw the ball to the wrong places. He wasn't himself. He just and we've seen that a couple times before against the Jets, against the Jags.
I mean,
He's not looking good.
I mostly like him not looking like himself or him really playing bad was this game and then week 1. Everything else I more or less attribute to play calling. But
Yeah,
play calling wasn't even like the worst thing tonight, as bad as it was.
Who did the Bills play? I'm sorry.
The
the
Broncos.
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 Shouldn't that my friend's a Broncos fan? Shouldn't that have been like an easy win for the Bills?
Yes, it very much should have been. The Broncos, I mean,
That's unfortunate.
They've been having a win streak as of lately, but like they haven't been playing like super elite, like one of the top teams. So
Mhm.
and the Bills, at least up until recently, we're seeing it as like a really like elite top team. So
Damn, that sucks.
And now Bills are 500.
Yeah, they're at
we
500.
are in
Like I don't.
week.
I almost kind of want them as a fan to miss the playoffs only because I want to see actual change in the organization happening. I think they need, as much as Sean McDermott is really good at like defensive play calling and like getting like defensive coaching. I think it needs to be. I think they need an offensive minded head coach. I would love someone like Ben Johnson on the Lions to be their head coach because I think if he can make Jared Goff with his schemes as an offensive coordinator look really good, I can only imagine with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and like James Cook how he could like just change and with the rising star and Dalton Kincaid how he could just really like make an impact on their game. Who knows though? Like I don't see him making that kind of change just because McDermott's extended through 2027. But I mean, they want to win, right? Like they're wasting prime years of their players.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
We'll see.
Yeah. So
What about the Broncos? How are the Broncos looking? They just beat the Chiefs.
Honestly,
and they
they're looking
Bills.
decent. They're looking better than they were to start. Like ever since when they lost against Miami, that was just really bad, and they've been improving ever since. Russell Wilson's been playing pretty decent. He had pretty good plays like that touchdown pass to Cortland Sutton, where Cortland Sutton had a really good catch, but Russ was able to move around in the pocket and outside the pocket in order to make it happen. It was really cool. Good on him.
And that's vintage Russ right there. Always going out of the pocket, making that throw. It's good.
Russ cooked.
Yeah, they let Russ cook.
I'm still salty over that Miami and Broncos game. I think that was early in the season because I had A-Chain on my fantasy team, but I benched him and he ended up scoring 51 points. Talking to Max about this, it was like,
that is
no, that was heartbreaking.
Probably punching yourself for that one, huh?
I am, man. Real. That's one of the decisions like I regret, not putting A-Chain in.
No one would have predicted that. To be fair, that he would pop off.
I just had a random thought. How come there's not like a you know how like other leagues they have like all-star games? Does the NFL have anything like that? Or
Pro
no?
Bowl. The Pro Bowl.
Oh, the Pro Bowl.
But it happens not midway through the season, like in other sports. It happens just the week before the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's now a flag football game. First time last year, but it's
really?
Yeah, which is because they weren't
Prevent
even
injury.
like, tackling each other. I mean, it's they can be a little more like competitive and a little more like not physical, but they can play a little harder when it's flag football because you can only do so much damage with flag football. Like,
yeah,
and they can have maybe a non-contact injury, but like even then, the field space is so small, and you don't have to worry about getting hit. So they're not going to be making like the plays aren't going to be as crazy, but it's still entertaining. I watched it last year; it wasn't bad.
Okay. Yeah, I just I've never seen like I've never watched the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it used to be better back in like the 2000s when they actually like tackled each other.
Mm.
It was really entertaining.
But I guess that makes sense. You don't want like your star players going to like some exhibition game just and hurting themselves.
Yeah, just before like the like a few months before OTAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
But
also,
go ahead.
Also, we saw Kyler Murray return this week. Played pretty well.
Yeah, dude, he won his first game back, dude. I think Jonathan Gannon's going to make a decent impact on his production. I think, though, for the Cardinals, they're definitely a team that needs a true number one receiver. I like Marquise Brown, but I don't think he's that guy. D-Hop was, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, Trey McBride saved my fantasy matchup this week. It was great.
Justin Herbert saved mine, dude. He cooked. Yeah, that game against the Lions was insane. It was like, 41-38 was the final score.
Yeah, I was walking with my friend yesterday. It was a great, crazy game.
Chargers, it sucks, dude. Like, and people kind of create this narrative that Justin Herbert is like this quarterback that can't do well, and it's like he can't win games. But like, if you watch him play, it's very clearly not. I mean, some games he doesn't play that well, sure, but like if he plays with a competent defense, he would be like they'd be one of the top seeds in the AFC for sure. They and like a potential chance in the Super Bowl. It's frustrating. It must be frustrating as a Chargers fan to like have to see that.
I want guys to ask you about Sunday Night Football last night. Raiders. I know the Raiders. Their organization went through some change, firing Josh McDaniels, and I wanted to hear you guys like input on that.
That's such a good move from the Raiders. It was
a great move, yeah.
Antonio Pierce is now 2-0 at interim head coach, and I think if Mark Davis was smart, because he messed up a couple years ago when he didn't hire Rich Bisaccia, even though he took him to the playoffs, where they got to hire this guy. If the players rally around him, it's great for the team. If they can rally around him, potentially not this year, but maybe at some other point make a playoff run, like it'd be a good decision.
And Zach Wilson, he's not the answer. He's not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know some people were trying to push that, but it's very obvious why the Jets traded for Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, we can see that. And he might come back this summer, but if they're not going to make the playoffs, they should just not play him. There's no point.
I mean, he was teasing it not too long ago. He was teasing saying he may come back.
Yeah, so
like December.
I don't think it'll actually happen.
I still feel like it's risky. Just for that type of injury, and then literally months. It's just way too early for that type of injury.
I mean, you never know.
It's like a medical care.
When was the last time the freaking Broncos were good?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning. 2015 was the last year. That's the year they won the Super Bowl versus the Panthers.
My dad's a big Peyton Manning fan. My dad's got a statue of like a mini statue of Peyton Manning when he was on the Colts.
Cool.
He's good, dude. He's top 2 all time. I think Brady's better, but he's a close second for sure.
Okay, then who are probably the top 5 quarterbacks of all time? Would you guys say then?
Tom Brady.
Currently or like all
Tom Brady's
time?
got to be one, right?
Yeah, Tom Brady's one.
Aaron Rodgers.
I put Joe Montana up there for sure.
I'd put Montana up there, yeah.
Yeah, and so my personal top 5 is like I got Rodgers, Breeze, Montana, Peyton Manning, and then Tom Brady.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's
where do you guys put Russell Wilson?
He has
Russell
to be
Wilson's like top 15 or top 20.
Yeah, probably.
He never got an MVP, but like he won a Super Bowl, but you could argue that he was kind of carried by his defense because the Legion of Boom was like one of the best defenses of all time.
But I went to I was in the field last Saturday. I was doing my field research.
Oh yeah.
I went to USC Washington at the
Oh
Coliseum.
no. Oh no,
So did
were you at
Josh.
the game? Yeah, I was at the game too.
Oh, you were there?
Hey, yeah, I was there. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a blowout, man. It wasn't a blowout.
It wasn't a
But
blowout.
It was
It was like
defense
a
is what
choke.
killed us, man.
Yeah.
Defense is what killed
It was
us.
just back and forth the whole time, and it just
I know.
it was a sold out crowd as well. It was packed. It was packed. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I was like in the reserve section because I go to USC School of Medicine, so I'm in med school there. But so like,
Oh, okay, cool.
I was in the like the little booths, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm good this week. This Saturday, I'm going to the UCLA versus USC game, which is going to be high.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
The LA rivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But Washington.
I always like the LA rivalry. Yeah. Washington's pretty good, dude.
What's his name?
Penix, Michael Penix.
Michael Penix. Oh my gosh. That guy's he's a pretty good quarterback, man. He makes Caleb Williams look bad.
He's a Heisman contender, in my opinion. I think he is.
Oh yeah. But the better question is it him or is it the quarterback from Oregon?
Oh, Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
I kind of think Bo Nix is in the lead now, but I ultimately want Penix to win it because I think he's I don't know, he's had a lot of adversity. I think he deserves it, but Bo Nix is also kind of, I think Bo Nix originally went to Auburn and he didn't really do well there. Then after going to Oregon, he's been cooking.
I thought it's USC Oregon this weekend, or is it next?
No, this weekend it's
past
USC.
weekend.
That was last week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It was last Saturday. Yeah, it was USC and Oregon, and USC lost.
Damn, them in Colorado have been so disappointing, dude.
Dude, I know, man. Especially since I'm trying to get.
It is Coach Brian's first time, so honestly, I feel like his second season there, he'll be better.
I think by his third season, he could be in they could be in I mean, obviously they could be in the playoffs next year, only because it's going to be a 12-team playoff next year, but we'll see.
But on the terms of USC, I was going to say, on the terms of USC, do you guys think Caleb Williams will be leaving and entering the draft, or do you think he'll play for another year?
I think if he's smart, he'll go to the draft because his draft stock's at an all-time high, and he doesn't want to pull another USC quarterback. I don't know if you guys know who Matt Barkley is.
Yeah.
I might have mentioned him on earlier. Yeah. I don't want another thing where his draft stock tanks and then he just isn't make a career in the NFL and all of his potential is just lost because he's not taking it seriously or he's not given a proper chance. Or I think he should just join the draft for sure, just so he can get that maximum amount of money for that and potentially be a franchise guy.
No, it's a smarter move because knowing how USC's record's going for this season, it's not very good, and it's a smarter move to go because of how they are now. I don't know how it's going to be next season, but I feel like it's not going to be as good as it should be for this season. So
yeah, I mean, there's going to be players probably going to the draft from this class besides Caleb Williams, I'm assuming so. So it's I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't think Lincoln Riley is really the answer to their problems in SC, personally.
No, that's a fair statement to say because I think defense really needs to step up. That's the biggest flaw I see at USC.
100%. The offense can do well with Caleb Williams. That doesn't really. It's. I mean, he had some bad games, sure, but I think he had only one really bad game where I would put it all on him. The rest has just been that horrific defense and letting teams just score tons of points on them.
I know. I was contemplating if I should gear up and just hop on the field to play defense, man.
Yeah, dude. You're I'll play myself. I got this.
Like Thanos, I'll do it myself.
Fine, I'll do it myself. Just put on helmet pads and you got a jersey.
Yeah.
We'll let anyone go on. Who cares? We're losing anyway.
So wait, just to recap, who was the coach that was fired from USC? Was it the defensive coach or was it from the offensive coach?
It was their OC. No, it was their. I think it was their DC. Actually, I'm thinking of a different thing. Let me check. Actually,
It was Alex Grinch they fired.
yeah, their defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the Washington.
But did you guys see that video of like Chris Rock like trying to get Caleb Williams to join the Jets?
Yeah, that's not happening. The Jets aren't bad enough to get like a top seed, or like unless they trade. But then they're gonna trade all their good parts, and then they'll be out of another like potential like Super Bowl like window like that they might have. So I mean, it's all jokes, but like in a realistic like aspect, I think it'd be so stupid if he went to the Jets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers has that contract, and we haven't seen him play. He's not going to retire.
No, he's very determined to play too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, USC's not even in the rankings anymore.
Yeah, they're 4 losses. You're done. Like even if they were in the rankings, there's no point to like they aren't even gonna make the playoffs. I don't know if they even make the playoffs if they were in like the 12-team playoffs because they're just. I mean, what's their schedule looking like besides UCLA? Who are they playing after like next week?
I think that's it, to be honest. But let me double check.
But yeah, no, I think because they're 7-4. This is the last like regular week of college football, right?
Oh yeah, forget
it is.
So and then it's gonna be. Did they even make a bowl game? I'm pretty sure they might have, right?
I think they did.
All I know is the Pac-12 championship might be pretty good. Like Oregon, Washington, I'm assuming for the conference.
That'll be pretty good, yeah. Like Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, and I mean also just both are really high-powered teams. Like I mean, Oregon lost, I believe, to Washington, so it's like already. So, but like it was a close game. It was a close game, so like it could go either way if or when they play each other.
I mean, looking at the rankings, we only have 5 teams that are undefeated. It's Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and then Washington.
Dang. Do you think Washington could possibly sneak into the top 4 for the playoffs?
I think so. But then
especially because Michigan's kind of iffy with their whole like cheating scandal.
Yeah.
There's no way they can outtake Florida State, Ohio State, and Georgia for sure, because they've known to be within like the top 5 for like the last for the longest time I could remember.
Georgia's too good right now. I mean, Ohio State's really good too, and Florida State's, but like Georgia, like I think Georgia might win it all.
Dogs.
They might three-peat, which would be.
Didn't they win last?
Yeah, they won last year and the year before that. They, with when Stetson Bennett was there.
Yeah.
And it's the man. I miss Bennett.
I forgot.
I'm a Georgia fan.
I forgot about that with Georgia and TCU, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, TCU is gonna actually put up a fight." Then they got their
Ohio State almost beat them, dude. I was looking at the highlights from that game the other day, and I was just like, dude, C.J. Stroud definitely would have won the Natty if he had, because it was either the winner of that game was going. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, I was watching that whole game. That was a very insane emotional roller coaster. I cried.
I bet. I remember. I think I watched that. I think I watched that on New Year's. It was like New Year's Eve, I think, too, right?
New Year's Eve, yeah. Eastern time. It was 12 midnight when he kicked it in the uprights, and I was like, "Happy New Year!"
Oh wow! Were you in the East Coast when you watched it?
No, I was here, but I watched it and I looked at it at the same time, thinking, they're in Atlanta. They're gonna have it 3 hours ahead. How's the game gonna end? It's gonna end right around there. So it's like the celebration starts right there.
Georgia, I mean, I think for Georgia, they're always going to be strong defensively, and you know what they say: defense wins championships, and that just keeps ringing true. I know they struggled a little bit just on some opponents, but they've been thriving the last few weeks. So, like, I don't know.
And it's funny is I'm not even worried about Tennessee this coming week. It's more of the SEC championship with another rematch against favorite opponent, Bama.
Yeah, Georgia Bama is always like a really fun like game to watch. That rivalry is crazy.
Yeah, Vaughn scares me. I don't like it. But
yeah,
I'm
but
hoping.
you know what?
I'm
Alabama looks not washed, but they don't look quite as good as they used to.
They're definitely not the Bama we've been going up against.
They're definitely not like when
coming up
Bama had like
and
Jalen Hurts.
yeah, and the wins and everything from backup quarterbacks is insane. But we shall see. December 2nd.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And speaking of CJ Stroud, can
Oh
we
my
talk about
god,
how amazing
he
this
is in the
guy is
MVP
doing
combo.
with the Houston Texans? This guy is very impressive right now.
I think he's gonna be at least the next year or two a top 5 quarterback in the league. Easily.
For sure.
He's definitely winning offensive rookie
100%.
100%. It would have been Bijan if Arthur Smith wasn't such a terrible coach and actually used his like offensive weapons, his dynamic playmakers. But he doesn't.
Falcon's gonna Falcon.
One player that one rookie I was excited for was Anthony Richardson. I was excited to see Anthony Richardson. I was sad when he got hurt.
Oh yeah, I was so high on him in the. I mean, he's good, and he'll be good. It's just it sucks that he really just got hurt, like this early in the season, and I mean, it gives Gardner Minshew a chance to shine, and Gardner Minshew's not too bad. Like he's pretty decent. So, but it's no AR-15, or I guess he's number 5 now, but which kind of sucks.
I mean, he'll always be AR-15.
Yeah, AR-15 is such a cold nickname, like for like a quarterback, someone throwing like a ball. It's I don't know.
I believe that's also Austin Reeves' nickname as well, right? From the Lakers.
Yeah, so and he's a shooter, so it's like
but having that nickname is it's really cool.
Yeah, I like what's his name? Josh Dobbs' nickname, the Pastronaut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's fun. I like he's been so good. Josh Dobbs.
Also, Tank Dell. Tank Dell's been good too.
And Nico Collins, even though he got hurt last game, but
yeah,
but honestly, Dalton Schultz, like that whole Texans team is just it's looking like that was like just such a quick rebuild. Who would have thought?
Yeah, because they also didn't they draft Will Anderson or something, right?
Yeah, they traded up. They traded up with what's her name? The Cardinals, and then they drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
They honestly the Cardinals didn't need anyone at that thing, so they could afford to do that. Which I don't remember who they didn't trade down from because the Texans didn't have another first. They got this year's first, I think, but the Texans are really good or decent enough that it's not going to be as high value as we thought.
And then the Bears have the first 2 picks.
Yeah, the Bears are so bad. And the Panthers.
Oh yeah, Panthers.
Did you guys see the Panthers and Bears game on last Thursday?
Thankfully, I had to work, so I didn't have to let my eyes bleed at the terribleness that is those 2 franchises.
Well, it was almost kind of like a JV game. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I had Deontay Foreman on my fantasy team, so that's what I was watching for.
Yeah, my opponent had Miles Sanders, and I was very happy. My opponent's team was basically mostly on bye, so I don't know if I call lucky break because I had some dogs like I mentioned before, Justin Herbert, but also DK Metcalf had a pretty decent game too.
What about what's going on in the basketball world, gentlemen? Anything? I haven't been keeping up with basketball. What's been
the
getting me up to speed with basketball?
Well, the Lakers a couple days ago, they played this. They played. Who they played? They played the Trailblazers yesterday. They played great.
Cam Reddish has been looking pretty good.
He's amazing. I like Cam Reddish.
And we're hitting on him, dude.
I don't know why. He's a good playmaker and like
he had some bad times. But I mean, he's it's the early on in the season. He can afford to make mistakes now. Basketball fans get so overdramatic. I swear.
Yeah,
that I can agree with.
Yeah, my worry is that AD he's already having issues already with getting hurt because he missed. Didn't he miss a game or two? He missed.
He hasn't missed a game yet. I don't think so.
Oh, but I thought he had like a small injury, but like I think LeBron's the one that's hurt. I think he's out tomorrow, isn't he? Not. I knew he was out against the Blazers. But...
I'm not sure if he's out tomorrow, but they played fine without him for now.
Honestly, I remember last year when they didn't have him, and they made that run. Like they made a lot of those wins for the playoff to make to the playoffs without him. So they can do it. They're capable of it.
Austin Reeves coming off the bench is so smart. I think that should be his new role.
Yeah, I mean, I like Reeves, but I think that's fine. I'm still fine with him being there. I mean, he can be a good 6-man. So
yeah, he could get 6-man of the year, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the Rockets. Actually, like kind of decent, aren't they? Like top 3 in the West right now.
Yeah, so surprisingly, Dillon Brooks is doing well.
He's number 1 in 3-point percentage. He's number 1 in 3-point percentage.
I can't with that, man. I don't know who's worse, Draymond Green or him.
Well, Draymond Green's at least won like stuff, so.
Yeah, the guy that
because he's won. He kind of wanted to. Okay, Draymond Green won that off of Curry, and Curry right now needs all the help in the world. His team is betraying him.
Well, let's put it this way: would you rather have someone that likes to take chuck shots, or would you rather have someone that does verbal shots at you?
Yes, so, dude. I mean, I feel like people need to start clown on him for just being overly obsessed with LeBron. Because
for real, it's because
they gotta start calling him a bronsexual in game or something. Because he is like, there's so many memes on the internet where they're like, I don't shower after I play LeBron. You can't just watch greatness off or something like. It's like a meme. It was really funny.
He just wants he wants attention so he can build a name off himself and get money at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I mean, he is good defensively, but it's like if you're gonna cause stuff to get you ejected, man, you're doing a disservice to your team.
Yep, and the Clippers, I don't know what's going on with them.
Harden's the problem.
It's Harden.
He is, guys. He is the system.
Yeah. I just feel like any team he goes to is just bad.
I mean, look at look at Philly. Philly's 8-1 right now. I don't think it would have been possible if he was there right now.
Tyrese Maxey, dude, dropped 50.
Yeah, they didn't need Harden. They had Tyrese Maxey. I hope you can hear me okay, by the way.
Where does Harden go where he doesn't mess up anything?
I'm gonna say G League. That's my answer.
Probably.
G League.
And this is coming from a Clipper fan, from Josh. He's a Clipper fan, so like, I don't know. I thought it was such a stupid trade. They only did it, I guess, just to get it. I don't know why they even made the trade in the first place. Like, did they really think it was going to help?
No, I don't think so, man. Like, I don't know. For the longest time, I thought. For the longest time, like during the summer, I thought Chris Paul was going to come back to the Clippers, but
I thought that for a little bit. Or yeah, he got traded to the Warriors, dude. It was I really wanted to see him. Even as someone that doesn't really like the Clippers, I'd like to see him CP3 back. But unfortunately, no.
Do you think
Speaking of CP3? Do you guys?
Was it?
I was going to say, did you guys see last night's game, the Warriors against the Wolves, and like CP3 going for Conley's knees?
No.
Dirty player, dude.
Yeah, they're saying it's like a dirty play, and like it's like Paul's getting scrutinized for that now. But yeah.
Oh man, classic CP3. I do kind of like calling him CP0 rings though. It's kind of funny.
Is he known to be a whiner?
Sometimes he can be.
Yeah.
But not really. He's more like the closest thing I can think of like in recent times is like when he's like, I'm addicted to being in the finals, and so people are like, I'm so glad he's 2 years clean of his addiction, which I think is really funny.
But going back on the Clippers topic, do you think they obtained Harden because it's like a big name to have?
I think
that's the only thing I can think, because like I know him and Russ were like pretty good together when they were on OKC and on Houston, but it's like those guys of age and their style of play just. I don't think they can keep up with the league now, like with how they play. At least they're not everyone can be like LeBron, where you can just play like kind of older and like play.
these super teams, they don't work out as you hope they do. Like they have Harden, Kawhi, Paul George, and Russ. Like they all want the ball in their hands.
Remember the last super team, the Brooklyn Nets, and how Harden wanted out after like maybe a year, and that was so bad.
I just don't want. He should go back to the Rockets. Every place he goes to, they just do bad. But when he leaves, they do well.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the classic Clippers being Clippers type thing. You know, just they can never catch a break.
Yeah.
Send him to Portland.
Honestly, yeah.
Though, I mean, hey, when the Clippers do inevitably trade him, at least we'll know that the Clippers will actually be a decent team.
Because I saw the highlights of Harden, he was just not good. He airballed, he wasn't making the right passes. It was pretty
You guys
bad.
sent that to the Instagram chat where he threw the ball like to the announcer. He's like, "Oh, that's headed towards me."
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, it's a very very sticky situation going on for the Clippers. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Lakers play again tomorrow. They're playing. What are they playing?
It's a in-season tournament game too.
Yeah, they're playing the Grizzlies. Hopefully, we win.
Does that count?
It should be a dub.
Record.
It does actually.
Okay. I was curious.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm scared, man. The Clippers are playing against the Nuggets.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be
Jokic,
Joker. The Joker.
He just treats
my king of fantasy right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He just treats his job like it's a 9 to 5. It's really funny. Jokic.
And he's the best player in the game while doing that.
He just casually, all right, let me go to work, and then let me go to my horses again.
Drops 30, 20, 10, dude. Like, damn.
He's like, "Whew, that was a pretty good day. Where
Like
can I go play with my horses?" You know.
I'm glad I have him on my team. My fantasy team is #1 in our league right now because of him. So
Nice.
let's go. I have him and Wemby.
No,
It's actually insane that I have both of them.
It's so crazy that at 19 he's doing that well. When I was 19, I was sitting and doing nothing.
You were at Moore Park, bro.
Pretty
You were
much,
at
yeah.
college.
I was at
You were in
college.
college, Arvin.
I was in college going to class, and now he's in the NBA. He's so good.
He's a freak, dude.
Yeah.
Is that Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
I didn't know Kevin Harlan joined the chat.
Guys,
Rookie of the year.
Kevin Harlan, okay?
Yeah, we'll
Most
see.
indubitably Rookie of the Year.
He could win Rookie of the Year. Also, Brandon Miller's been pretty solid as well from Oklahoma. He's been pretty good.
I haven't really been keeping up with Portland. I mean, except for the game, but like, how's like Scoot been?
I haven't really
Really
seen
bad.
He hasn't done anything, Scoot.
He's been bad. But the Blazers are bad, so
They're in the rebuilding process.
Yeah, they moved on for Dame. I mean, I guess now they got to just kind of develop Scoot and build around him. That's potentially if he works out, because that's kind of what they got him on as like a star player. They were the #2 pick in the draft, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
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 Plus, he developed in that Ignite League, so he shouldn't. I mean, hopefully they get over the hump. I'm pretty sure it'll take get used to. I don't think it'll be.
Yeah, he just got thrown in the fire, man. I mean, there's no real other than Brogdon, I guess, option, and Jeremy Grant now.
I think they were hoping that they'd still have Dame, and that because they were talking about not wanting to trade him, and then I think eventually it's just they probably got a pretty good offer from, the Bucks, and they're like, all right, might as well, just start the rebuild early, I guess.
Yeah. Which is fair.
What's you guys' opinion about Anthony Edwards from Minnesota?
He's been pretty good. He's amazing.
He's good.
Baby Jordan.
Yeah,
Baby Jordan.
He's so fun. I mean, there's that picture where it's their face side by side. People were doing the same thing with Jimmy Butler. They're like, because there's the whole theory that he's his long lost son or something. It's so stupid, but
yeah, he's got that dog in him though too. So he's a real player now. I feel like hopefully the Wolves can get far.
Yeah, but the problem is like I think Cat and Gobert just like it seems like
that's just a weird duo. Like you don't need two towers like that. I mean, well they do play different. Like Gobert's obviously the
more
rim
defensive
protector,
kind of an anchor, and then like you got the shooter with Cat. He's one of the better big man shooters, even historically in the NBA. So like he's not bad, and it's just like I don't know. He's sometimes it seems like he's a little soft. You know, I wish he was a little tougher.
No, of course. Like ever since the Jimmy Butler days in Minnesota, I like you kind of could see he's kind of like just he's not as like tough as some other centers and other players in the NBA in general.
Yeah,
he's got that soft side. Hello, light skin.
You ever hear him in the interview? He'll go from sounding like a kind of almost like a tough dude, and he'll be like. Like yeah, for sure. Like
zesty as zesty AF.
What do you guys think of the NBA tournament? Do you like it or not? What do you think of it?
These games have been really good. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these games have been pretty good. So I mean, the players are taking it serious, and it's kind of been like playoff basketball, like in October and November, basically.
Did they get money or something for it if
they
win
do.
the trophy? Yeah,
I'm guessing they also technically get like if there's like conflicting in the seedings. I'm assuming like if someone did better in the tournament, they might get like a higher seed in like if they have like a similar record. But I mean, obviously, it also helps through record, so they are encouraged to play more. But I don't think, and I'm pretty sure that the NBA put in that load management rule just so they wouldn't back out of something like this anyway. So that's probably why it's better than we thought.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, it's been fun to watch these in-season tournament games. There's more basketball. It's great.
Yeah, and there was like something about I think it was Sixers Wizards or something. Joel Embiid like made a three like really late in the game, and like they got mad because like obviously the Sixers won, and taking like a garbage time three is like kind of frowned upon usually in like a regular season game. But if it's like in this case though, point differential kind of does matter because you're only playing 5 group stage games. So technically, like you kind of do have to get all the points you can get, or else like you might lose on that tiebreaker. So
and then
I thought that was kind of
it's knockout after the group stage, or is it like are there like 2 legs like they do in like the Champions League for soccer?
I think it's like some sort of knockout stage, but
yeah, I think so.
I gotta check Loki. I can check that. But
yeah, but a Laker player I want to see play more is Jalen Hood-Schifino. I want to see him play. He hasn't played yet. He's
he's a rookie. If they don't even really play him much this year, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and also Maxwell Lewis. I saw him play in the summer league. He looked pretty good, but obviously he won't play yet. He's still
Max
young.
Christie.
Max Christie he needs to play more. He definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could probably possibly take at least. I mean, he could come off the bench pretty fine, but you think he could possibly take that 2 spot?
Maybe in the future, down the lines, once LeBron has retired officially, maybe we see him more. We see them build around AD, but they're good for the future. They got all these young pieces.
Yeah, dude, and you still got D'Lo playing well. Except, bro, I actually wanted to talk about this. Gabe Vincent, man, what's up with him?
Yeah, man, he's disappointing.
He's injured right now,
and he's injured though. So yeah,
he just has to adjust to the system. I feel like I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think we should really be starting him though. I think until further notice, D'Lo for sure.
D'Lo for now.
D'Lo, no question.
And also, we still have Vanderbilt still out. Vando's out.
Isn't he coming back tomorrow?
I think so. Let me look it up.
I thought I saw something that he's coming back tomorrow, which is good because that'll help our defense a lot.
Well, it says Vanderbilt was reevaluated Monday and has been cleared to begin a return to play progression. Mike Trundle of Spectrum Sportsnet reports. So.
All right,
so probably not tomorrow, but like maybe like maybe like Thursday's game.
Probably, yeah.
Did you guys see that injury from LeBron?
Yeah, he landed.
Thing, right?
He landed awkwardly, and then, well, I honestly think like maybe a couple games he's rest because like then we get to see other players step up. Like LeBron doesn't have to carry the team on his back.
I mean, Cam Reddish has been huge lately.
He's been
Honestly,
amazing.
Yeah,
he's been really
up,
good. He stood out.
Ever since the Miami game, he's been pretty solid. So he's been actually really good in my opinion.
Yeah,
I like him.
Also, Rui's been great as well. I think he's been
Rui.
amazing.
Rui's a great fit for the team. He's just a solid role player, man.
How have the Pacers been doing? My friend's a big Pacers fan, and that's all he talks about is the Pacers. I heard they've been doing pretty well, actually, though.
See,
from him, according to him,
they're doing okay. I think. I don't think they're doing bad.
Yeah,
they have Tyrese Halliburton. He's like solid. He's like their all-star kind of superstar, almost kind of player. You know,
he's like their.
I wouldn't say he's a superstar, but yeah, number one option. But he's been killing it.
Yeah, they're 6-4 right now. They're third in the East, which isn't bad.
Yeah, and I mean Halliburton's leading the league in assists too.
I feel like the East is the stronger conference this year.
It was like that last year, if I'm being real.
It was, yeah. And the Sixers 8-1.
What teams are the East? The Sixers,
Celtics,
Pacers, the Heat, Bucks, Hawks, Magic, Knicks, Nets, Raptors, Cavaliers, Bulls, Hornets, Wizards, and then your lovely Detroit Pistons.
The Pistons.
How's Cunningham?
I haven't heard much about him.
Yeah, poor Detroit. They look a little different than their bad boy days.
Hey, I mean the Thompson brother on that team's been pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he's been really good on defense. Like he eats up the boards too. I've seen that.
Oh yeah, they have James Wiseman as well. I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, like Marvin Bagley. They have another point guard, Marcus Sasser too. He's been really good.
Jaden Ivey, he was really good.
Jaden Ivey. They have a lot of good young guys. I mean, they need to put it all together. You know,
just get the
puzzle together.
Just gotta build. Maybe get like another superstar in there and do something.
Yeah, they have good pieces. You know, like Cade Cunningham's clearly their number one option, and he's like could be all-star level like soon. So
who's the besides Wembanyama? Who's the best rookie right now in the NBA?
Like we said, Brandon Miller too. We said
Miller's been good.
Asar Thompson's been pretty good, right?
Asar Thompson, yeah, one of the Pistons I just mentioned.
Who's the guy on the Magic? On the Magic? What's his name? Oh, Anthony Black.
Anthony Black.
Black, he's been good. Oh, Brandon Miller went to Alabama, not Oklahoma. My bad. Alabama.
How about what's his name? Jacques Jr.
Oh, Jaime Jacques Jr.
He had some good. I mean, when Jimmy went down, he had some really good performances. But
I kind of wish he went to the Lakers, man, because he's a big Laker fan. But like, obviously, yeah.
I feel like
he's been good.
He's been pretty good too. Yeah, we'll see who wins Rookie of the Year. It should go to Wembanyama, but if Brandon Miller can outperform him, then hey.
I think if Wemby gets hurt, that's the only.
Or Chet, bro. We can't forget Chet.
Yeah, dude, Chet's been pretty good too. I think him and Wemby have a really cool, solid rival.
Man, OKC though, man, I like their team. They're like, I love Shy, man. He's just a baller, bro.
I like Josh Giddey too.
He's super efficient. Yeah, Josh Giddey too. Just can do it all.
7-1 Chet Holmgren. That's crazy.
Jalen something on the
Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, he's also solid.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. Yeah, so far, some pretty good rookies.
Are the Celtics first in the East right now?
No,
it's the Sixers.
Sixers. Oh, okay.
Sixers are 8-1, man. They have a good system with Tyrese, Maxey, and Joel Embiid. MVP candidate, I mean, Joel Embiid. But yeah, they didn't need Harden, like we said prior. So.
Yeah, they just didn't. I feel like without Harden, I think they would have been fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see we'll see how long he stays for, or if they'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's too early. But
Anyone?
I don't know, dude.
Anyone been watching any NHL? Any hockey? Any hockey lovers?
I haven't really gotten a chance, but
Yeah, I
I
haven't
just want
gotten
to
a
say,
chance.
the Kings. They played the Penguins a few days ago at home, and Phoenix Copley left in a real. So
Copley
first off,
can.
yeah, in overtime. So in overtime, this I'll explain what happened. I don't know if you guys saw it, but in overtime, it was overtime. The Penguins score a goal, but it gets waved off because it was ruled offside. The Kings challenged it, and they scored. The Penguins scored the overtime goal, but it was off. They were offside, so the game kept going. And then like literally right after they dropped the puck after they called it offside, um, I forgot who it was that scored the easy
Brian Rust.
yeah, freaking Rust. He freaking Copley. You just have to watch it, but Copley let in a really easy goal to stop, and it was just very disappointing to see
It's
because
just a simple wraparound move, and he just got caught on the other side of the crease. He can't. It was like twice that game. I remember
yeah,
Sidney Crosby scored a goal like that too, where he just
it
caught
was
Copley like outside the crease, and he just can't get across the crease fast enough. That's just
I don't
I don't
yeah.
know, man.
Copley's
He's
not
a
gonna
big
hear the end of
goalie,
that.
but
Yeah,
so
that's gonna eat
it's
Copley
hard for him
alive
to
forever.
move. Man.
But
And then I guess we just
yeah,
can't win at home either, though. Because
yeah, we've been
with
struggling so
with
much
Cam
at home.
Talbot in that, we still lost. Who was it
Yeah,
against?
lost the Flyers.
Flyers.
But
Oh,
I
well.
mean, other than we're still a contending team. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're like top 10,
top 10.
I'd
Yeah,
say, like in the league. But if we keep playing like that, then
we
we'll
don't really
start
have any
dropping.
stars, but we just have really consistent players. So
Now we have a good roster now, like overall, like,
yeah,
especially
it's
with Dubois coming
pretty
in.
built up.
We just have a lot of
good
pieces
coaching.
that.
I do.
Yeah,
I do
Todd
so.
McClellan's been doing a good job too.
Yeah,
Very good job.
neck. Ever since Kobe put that neck guard on, he's been playing a lot better. A lot of players in the NHL they've been wearing neck guards now, or you can because of the whole
Yeah,
Adam
I don't.
Johnson thing.
Yeah, I don't. After hearing that, I don't blame him. That's insane.
Yeah,
That's tragic.
but how about your how about your Knights, Jonathan? How have they been doing?
My Knights. I
your
am very, very proud of my Knights. I will say I was a little upset with the Kings game. You know, I knew it was going to happen.
yeah.
But I mean, it's hockey. There's not going to be. How would you say it? Maybe it started off with the Blackhawks when we went to that overtime loss, you know.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, I think
that
the
was
one
hard
that
to watch.
really, really surprised me was against Anaheim when we lost that one. That one was a little ouch. I was expecting the Kings, but the Ducks, that one hurt a little, definitely. But you know, I think we'll be, you know, we still have a very great record. It's a competitive um division that we're in, you know, especially with Vancouver. Vancouver is looking great right now.
Vancouver, yeah,
Canucks and
Yeah,
they're pretty good right now. The
mm,
Oilers, though,
Oilers are
McDavid
not
is
looking
really pissed
great.
off.
I
Well,
don't blame
rightfully
them.
so, but yeah, it's not how I don't think it's how anyone expected for the Oilers to start their season.
I
They're like,
mean, they could be as worse as the Sharks. The
oh yeah,
Sharks
the
are
Sharks are a
utter
different story.
garbage.
Holy,
yeah, they
Like,
got nobody.
if you
Oh,
look
well.
at it right now, their point differential is negative 49.
or Sharks, man.
That's insane.
That's pretty bad, dude.
Negative 49 is insane.
What's the average?
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you look at Edmonton and they're seventh in the division, Edmonton's negative 13 from point difference.
I see Seattle's
So
negative
you
18.
have that whole Seattle negative 18. That's the second worst in the Western Conference. But you have negative 18 to negative 49. Is wow.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. Didn't the Sharks recently get like a legit goalie though? I think they got like a good goalie now, so they should be fine, or at least should start winning games at least. I don't know, but I heard that they got a new goalie or something. Not sure though.
I mean, their goalie now is doing all right, I guess, but I don't know. They just need rebuild. They're just tanking at this point.
Oh yeah, and
It's
also the Habs, they beat the Bruins for the first time since 2019.
Oh, that
they don't have a bad record either.
Who, the Habs or the Bruins?
Or the Habs, the 7-6-2. It's not bad.
Oh, by Habs. By the way, Habs is Montreal Canadiens. They just call it. Go by the.
Gave them their first regulation loss. Is that true? Looks like it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Boston. Yeah. Well, there's no more undefeated teams. Think about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. By now,
Boston got that first. Yeah. Man, the Rangers in first in the Metro too.
Chris, do you have any early picks for any possible playoff contentions for the NHL? Like any picks, early picks?
I don't know. It's just
or anybody.
Vegas is up there, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously.
I don't know if like the Bruins are a good team, but like they choked in the playoffs last season, so I don't know. Florida's up there again.
Kings, I think they'll make it this year.
Kings, yeah, they'll make it.
Dallas is up
Vancouver's
there.
Do you think we'll see another? Do you think we'll see another Florida Panthers run? That run was crazy last year with the Panthers. They were.
Yeah, I mean, they still have like a pretty similar team, so
yeah.
I mean, they have the experience now. So
what's their record? I don't have it up. I gotta.
They're
9-4-1.
9 what? Sorry.
9-4-1.
Oh, it's not bad.
Second in the Atlantic Conference.
Yeah, Panthers, they're a good team now.
Random question.
They got a kick.
So who's the Dallas Cowboys of the NHL world?
Oilers?
No,
are you talking like
Maple
fan
Leafs?
base or like
fan base? Sorry, fan
base. Oilers, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about the Maple Leafs?
Are you just talking like
they're always
base?
like the Maple Leafs are always good regular season team. They're always like a solid team, and then come playoffs they just like then their fans kind of like get cocky too sometimes. Like, oh, this is Austin Matthews. These are the best player in the league. He's going to carry us or something, and they just choke at the playoffs. I don't know. That's why I say the Maple Leafs.
Then maybe if I would take a personal pick, I would probably say the Jets. Winnipeg Jets.
Interesting. They have a crazy fan base. Their arena gets hella loud.
Don't the Flyers also have a crazy fan base?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Philly, of course. Philly's always
Philly
up there,
teams, yeah.
just in general. So,
but
just Philly sports for you.
I got another in the field coming up. I'm going in the field again, boys. Going to the game on Saturday, Kings game.
Who are they
playing?
They're playing the St. Louis Blues.
Ooh.
How are the Blues? I got
7-5-1.
Okay. So they're pretty good too.
Robert Thomas. I've never heard of this guy, but he's like their best player. 15 points, 6 goals, 9 assists. Still got Bennington. Remember Bennington? So he's like that, like crybaby goalie. Always throws a fit. He's pretty good. But they're average, I'd say.
Okay. Hopefully we can
win. Should be a win.
Hopefully we can win on at home for once. So. Fingers crossed for that.
Break the streak. Got the Panthers before that game. Oh, that's gonna be tough.
Panthers are interesting. They're kind of the.
I feel like we play good against the Panthers though. Sometimes.
Yeah. Anywho, do you guys got any off-season baseball news? Anything happening in the off-season?
I saw the Angels reportedly hire Ron Washington as a next manager.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How's that gonna be?
Don't know much about him. But
I mean, and just in terms of a different guy in the clubhouse, I think. I mean, he's been on winning teams. I don't think as a manager, but so I mean, he could have like bring some sort of. Yeah, he was on the Braves, so like he could. Who knows? Bringing in a manager with a winning culture like that, you never know how it's going to go. But, yeah, it's just if it's more like if the Angels will lose Otani or not, which is probably they're going to lose him. So.
So last Saturday was UFC 295, and we got some interesting news out of that.
oh yeah,
Apparently, Conor McGregor. Yeah.
we got a
So
we got a UFC expert here.
I
This is
wouldn't call
new
myself
territory.
new territory. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we got the main event itself. Alex Pereira, who came out victorious against Jiri Prochazka against a stunt KO. But one of the interesting news is that Conor McGregor might be coming back to fight in UFC 300 in
Really?
the spring.
Ooh.
That's gonna be
Interesting.
Where's that
Well,
gonna be at?
interesting,
Where's
yeah.
300 gonna be at? Do we know?
I don't think they disclosed the location, but most likely it's going to be Vegas. If it's going to be McGregor, I'm assuming. But recent news, he was going to fight Michael Chandler, but the recent news is that the fight might be set back out to July now, because this is just a developing story at the moment. Because apparently McGregor might be gone for blood doping.
Damn.
What's going on in
Interesting.
the UFC.
You know what? I did hear that Dana White is trying to get the UFC 300 in the Sphere.
I think
How
they
cool
have
would that be?
rights for like sometime in 2024 to actually like fight at the Sphere, which is good because apparently the Sphere has been having some sort of like financial issues. They
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
lost $1 billion,
Really?
right?
On like bankrupt.
yeah, or they like lost 100 million. I think like they only got like, but I mean they can earn that money back. It is a really good concept. I don't think it's too ambitious too. I think it is a good time. It's just like I just hope it's not gonna be too complicated to have a show set up there. That's the one big worry.
That's true. And this will be like the first like sporting event in this Sphere, I'm assuming, if they do UFC
That would
300.
be
in
Yeah.
so
Sphere.
awesome.
Oh yeah, especially with the projection screens.
That would that'd be like historical.
It's true.
I kind of wanted to go back. You mention Alex Pereira? What is your Josh? What are your thoughts on like Alex Pereira and his like kind of rivalry like with Israel Adesanya?
That's the interesting news because right now Alex Pereira obviously won the belt, right, from like last Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're seeing Izzy's like I feel like if Izzy wants to get in the ring, I would like to see Israel Adesanya get in the ring after Izzy's like lost to Sean Strickland. I
Yeah.
kind of want to see Israel Adesanya get back. I think he's the new face of the UFC, skilled fighter. But I think Izzy can totally kick excuse my French, Alex Pereira's ass, I'll be honest. I feel
Yeah.
Izzy's a more skilled and more deliberate and more calculated fighter than Alex.
Pereira seems to kind of just hit really hard, but like Izzy is really good. But it is kind of funny. Well, when the Izzy fought Strickland, my brother, he hates Izzy for some reason, but he loves Sean Strickland, so he was so happy when he won. He was like, "Anime nerd gets beat by American patriot," which I thought was kind of cringy, but whatever. Shout out to my brother Sean though.
No, but Izzy, I like Izzy. He has a nice personality to him,
Yeah,
Bender. It's just like
I
epithet.
saw kind of a criticism of like, okay, so like I think Izzy is like 1-3 he's only beaten Alex Pereira once, right?
I believe so. Let me look at Israel Adesanya's record.
I think his record's 1-3 with Pereira.
Yeah, but basically, okay, so someone was talking about how Izzy, like before, was talking about like how Alex Pereira was just kind of just like victory lapping his like victory over him. He's just like, oh, so what, you beat me. But now it's like it was something like that, and then it's now Izzy's kind of doing the same after losing to Sean Strickland, like, and Alex Pereira is kind of the one succeeding, and it's like it seems like he's just the dude on his couch, kind of just saying like, oh, big deal, I beat him once, like.
It's just all the trash talking that UFC does.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit scripted, to be honest, because in the end, UFC is a corporation.
It is ultimately, but I think it's more or less scripted amongst the people. Like, I don't think the fighters hate each other as much necessarily, but they like kind of up the aggression just because I'm pretty sure there's incentive to do so from the UFC, and like they get maybe they get a bigger paycheck if a certain amount of people watch or something. Who knows? Or
pay-per-view and like selling out
yeah, I
stadiums.
don't know if they
I think,
necessarily
yeah.
get like a percentage of it, but I'm assuming like the incentives in their contracts that kind of bring it up, especially if they're going to be brought on to like main events and stuff. So
That's true. Another fighter I want to see that come make at least having his next fight see is I want to see Sean O'Malley. I'm actually curious for his next fight because he's been on the top of the world lately. You know.
I love Sean O'Malley. I think I remember we went to your house. It was the McGregor Poirier fight. Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved seeing that O'Malley fight. That he was so fun to watch. He was just the other guy would not back down. I don't remember who he fought, but he whooped him, dude.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't look like a fighter, but like he knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, he can throw hands for sure. And it's not just like he hits hard. He actually has really solid.
Dude, I love Sean O'Malley. Yeah. That you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, Sugar Sean.
Yeah, apparently his next fight will be in UFC 299, which is approaching in March, and he'll be actually be a defending champion actually. So
that'll be interesting.
Curious to see what he will throw down with. Huh?
Who is it confirmed who he's fighting?
Let me look. I just not say who is he fighting, but he'll battle Marlon Vera, headliner. He's a headline fight.
Unrelated to that, I was thinking about it. Is it valid to call? I think it is, but is it valid to call John Jones the GOAT of UFC?
That's a loaded question, man. Like personally, you know whom? See, you could make a good argument why John Jones can be considered the GOAT of UFC.
Yeah.
Personally, in my opinion, I would say Francis Ngannou is probably the GOAT of UFC, but I can see why people say John Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, I keep on seeing clips online of him and like his history with like Daniel Cormier. Because Cormier has like a couple losses to him, but like he was a good fighter too. And if you only base it off that, it's like it almost seems like, oh wow, this John Jones guy really knows what he's talking about. Like, but yeah, could you make an argument for someone like Conor McGregor? I don't think so, but like from your perspective.
From my perspective, I believe Conor McGregor is just like a poster boy for the UFC. Whatever the UFC always try to make him look like good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, true. They give him a lot of media.
Yeah. I personally don't think he's that good of a fight. I mean, he's good, but there's better out there for sure.
He's more talk than he is fight.
But yeah, like look at Khabib, right? Khabib is a way better fighter than Conor by like miles, but we don't hear about Khabib no more. But like, he obviously retired. But like,
yeah, I mean,
back when Khabib was like popping,
everyone from Dagestan, bro.
Bro, Khabib is those people are built different, man. Like I don't know. There's like a video of like Khabib like as a kid, like wrestling like a fucking baby bear. Oh, excuse my French, by the way, but dude, they're just built different. I think it's like dad was like ex-KGB or something. I might be wrong on that.
Me, dude. Like, yeah, Khabib, I remember he was like he was like feared, dude. Like he was a tough opponent. Every time like he would get into the ring, I would see like he would always just dominate his opponent.
Oh yeah, he had a perfect record. So.
Yeah, like
he literally.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's probably one of those guys where I'd say he almost retired too early, but he could have been considered someone like the greatest of all time for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think he retired because like I think he had like family issues that he wanted to like deal with.
Understandably so.
Yeah, his father like passed away, and he like wanted to spend time with his family and kids.
And I mean, hey, he can afford it, you know. He being an all-time great fighter and stuff. So.
Yeah, he still lives in the same village like he grew up in.
Yeah, it's the Dagestan, right?
Very humble. Yeah, he's ex-USSR, so yeah, around there, like kind of like that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking it up, but like there's like that area, Republic of Dagestan. It's in the North Caucasus, Eastern. It's basically it's like this area where a bunch of people from the UFC have like gone there. What's that guy? He was in he fought that Australian dude. I'm trying to remember his name. In like one of the UFC before this one.
What do you know what he was from Russia?
Yeah.
Let me think.
You're talking about Kamachev?
I think so. Is he from Dagestan?
I think he might be.
I think so. I can't remember. Maybe Russia. I think he's from Russia.
Yeah, and Khabib. Yeah, Islam. Yeah, Makhachev.
Yeah,
he's from there.
He's a crazy fighter. Oh yeah.
Dude, looking at all these like dudes in there, so many like elite MMA fighters from here.
No, yeah, there's some dogs.
Yeah. I mean, kind of in the same category. I was thinking of sorry to kind of take your duties as host, Mr. Jacob, but I kind of also wanted to talk about boxing. That recent fight was Francis and as you mentioned, Francis Ngannou, and how he, you could argue he was kind of robbed. When
Very much robbed.
Yeah, when he fought what's his
Very
name,
much
Tyson
robbed.
Fury.
Tommy
Yeah,
Fury.
yeah, Tyson Fury. Yeah,
Yeah.
those.
Oh, Tyson. But no, that was a hard fight to watch, man, because I really thought like Francis Ngannou had a shot because he was like one of the best strikers in UFC. Really,
Yeah.
like he had like the strongest punch record, if I remember correctly. But
Dang.
nah, but that was a robbed fight for sure, man.
It sucks. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like you could argue, like, it's because they want to make it seem like, okay, so this guy exclusively boxes, so he must be better. But, I mean, Tyson Fury is more of a guy that relies on technique rather than, like, any sort of, like, endurance, fitness shit, because he does not work out. He has, like, a dad bod. But
Oh
he's
no,
still,
yeah.
like, he's still elite at boxing, though. I mean, it's crazy. I know his dad was, like, super, super into boxing. I think he named his son Tyson after Mike Tyson.
Oh really? Oh wow.
If I
I did not
remember
know
correctly. I have to look it up, but I'm almost certain. Yeah, it was after Mike Tyson.
That's an expectation you have to live up with, you know. If you're gonna be a boxing,
I
you should name after
mean,
Mike
I don't
Tyson.
say he's better than all time than Mike Tyson, but I would say he definitely lived up to an expectation of that kind of level. He's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. He is up there. Other boxer that's making his like kind of comeback is Anthony Joshua.
Oh,
He's
I haven't
gonna be
heard that
fighting in
name in a
December.
minute.
Yeah, I know, right? Back in the like, I don't know, like when we were like in high school, that was like one of the biggest names in boxing, right?
Yeah, I remember we used
But
to talk
now he
about him.
might become. But now he might be coming back. He might be fighting Otto Wallen in December. So like by the end of the year, that's gonna be an interesting fight to watch.
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for Fumble the Bag. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys can leave us a review or a rate on whatever you listen to this podcast on, that really helps us out. But other than that, guys, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for having us.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.